Ready to go!
Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome to the show. We have got a WAL 506 coverage from the bigger
garage.
team this time. I mean, Jordan and I have already done it, and I think I'm going to get them all clean sweep again. I'm going to hat trick.
You hope so, because otherwise I'm going to...
Yeah, no, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
We've had some more information come out.
What do we got?
Well, we'll go back to front, right?
Okay.
So Jerry versus Michael Todd.
Yeah.
Jerry's injured, which happened last time, but he didn't say he was injured after his last match. But since then, it's kind of come out.
I haven't seen
He's
it.
a bit injured. Yeah.
What's the extent of the injury?
I think he had a couple of pops in his elbow, and he won't be 100%. So that's the thing.
Okay.
I mean, if he wasn't injured, which way would you go?
If he wasn't injured, I mean, he won last time. And I know Michael Todd's the strongest I've ever been, and all that. My husband, but I think Jerry would still have him.
You think Jerry would still have it? I
still
can't
have
see Michael Todd being stopped. I just think I do believe Michael Todd when he says he's in the best form. The way he made Dave Chafee look very insignificant is the reason I believe him. I don't think that
Styles make matches though.
They do, but Michael Todd really made Dave Chafee look bad, and he's had now 2 months off rest.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 months, and Jerry's only had a month, and we know
He's got to stretch.
Although, like tendonitis and tendinopathies, they tend to take like 3 months to totally heal, so he's still going to be a bit tender. So I'm going to go Michael Todd.
Michael Todd.
Yeah.
Point range?
I think it'll be 3-0.
Total domination?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think, if anything, Jerry might get him on the first one, and then the paint's going to kick in.
There's no way. I see this match 100%, literally going. Like I can't see Jerry taking Michael Todd's arm past like there. It won't go down to here.
Well, we've seen Michael Todd in his training, hit training. Where normally it was just stop training. Now he's woof.
What we will see though is some funky elbow fouls or potential elbow fouls.
Nah, butt won't call.
No one's going to call that.
No one's going to.
I know that's the way the WAL rolls. Because at the end of the day, let's talk about the WAL a little bit as a whole. We saw some controversy last time with Hermes Gasparini, Matt Mask, with Hermes feeling lost. It looked like he was out of place.
Yep.
And we then saw that on the table after pulling, and
That doesn't count.
And all of Europe was like, see, he's stronger. But WAL's a different beast, isn't it? We're all in the same playing field, ultimately. What do you reckon? I said my part about it. What do you guys think?
I don't think WAL suits. Well, you get to load. I actually think it suits the slower but stronger guy.
I agree with that. But I also, from my one experience in the WAL, I remember realizing you can get away with more than you expect, and I expected a lot, and there was even more.
Yeah.
No, there is a lot.
And it's because it's a show. They're not going to stop it and call fouls.
Yeah.
It does make it more entertaining.
Yeah.
It certainly does. And you can get away with carve and everything.
Which Jerry did massively against Todd.
And you think you've got, 2 inches extra here, but it's actually the 4 inches when the elbow's out here as well.
Yeah. When you can lever off the back and just
the
when you can
roundness
lever
of the
off your
pads.
forearm. Is what I'm talking about. Extra.
like my elbows.
Everything's extra. Yeah.
If you're here, it's good.
That's right.
So back to the Jerry Michael Todd match. We're gonna see Jerry floating off the front. We're gonna see Michael's inside of his elbow tricep combination somewhere on the side of the pad.
Yeah.
It's within the rules, so.
As we mentioned last time, Jordan, the sticking point is not anywhere in the center of the table. It's just before Michael Todd pins Jerry. Because when he's below the table and trying to do this,
And
you're
don't
weak.
forget that
You're weak there.
WAL pin pads are actually
They're low.
lower.
They're very low.
Yeah.
They're low.
So
They're like
you've got
2/3
that
the height.
extra point where you can stop, whereas, for an offensive top roll / King's move, you've got that extra inch and a bit
So if you were on a combat arm sports table, what they've done is they've put the pin up, haven't they?
Oh, it's a standard.
right.
It's standard
Is
height.
it up? Okay,
Like
I
WAF height.
thought Bajent was talking about how they've...
Travis wants to. He wants to get
because
him up.
that'd stop the straight arm
Yeah.
stuff.
That makes sense. I think that Michael Todd and Devin Laird, whoever the King's mover is, just on a standard WAF table can't do what we've been seeing.
Not to the same efficacy. I mean, Michael Todd has competed at Zloty and all that, and done very, very, very well. But you can't deny that the pads do make a difference.
Yeah.
Especially for a King's mover. Anyone who's massive on back pressure, and King's move is a combination of both.
Ultimately, Jerry uses the pad just as well in the opposite sense. He goes right to the front of it, lays his tricep on the side of it, and hides right over here and says, "Pin that." You can't. So, but like you said, the injuries. Michael's in good form.
Yep.
3-0.
Yeah.
3-0.
After seeing
3-0.
I did predict 3-1 with Jerry having the heart to get in one.
Did you have Jerry to win?
No.
Oh,
I had Jerry getting one.
Oh, okay.
In a 3-1 victory for...
You're 3-0?
Yeah, it's 3-0 now.
3-0, Michael. All right, so we're all in agreement there. Let's keep it going in reverse order. Oh, hang on a second. For this match, I got to get something special out. We got Justin Bishop. How good's this? I don't know, it doesn't go very well over headphones, but... Anyway,
I'm not even going to comment.
I know. I personally, I'll tell a little bit of a story about this hat.
Oh no!
Here we go.
Yes, Justin.
Justin Bishop told me himself that he has been forever looking for another one of these hats, and he's only got the one, and he just can't find another one. And ever since he said that to me 2 years ago, I've always kept an eye out for it. And I was just walking through the markets the other day, and I had to do a double take because I'm like, holy crap, it's Justin Bishop's hat. And I was like, that could cost $300. I would have bought it on the day. But anyway, this is going to be such a good source of trash talk between...
it already has been.
The day,
you've been losing your mind over it. It's hilarious.
The day that WAL gives me this match, Justin, I'm wearing this out when I walk out. I'm walking out with this. But if you beat me, I'll give it back to you. All right. If I beat...
The quality is not like Justin's one.
I don't know, but it's the right pattern. Most importantly, it's the right pattern, right shape. It's a little small on me, so it's going to look like a little top hat. As I But I am so happy to have this.
Get the bow tie on and you'll be right.
I am so much hoping Justin Bishop wins this match.
Being Toddzilla's student, you could have the polo underneath,
The
a
grey
bow
shirt.
tie.
Yeah, the great collared grey shirt.
Yep, with the hat on, but a bow tie.
Justin told me that I should wear it because he said you get 15% more side pressure when you wear this hat, apparently. So
Right.
I tried it in training.
Is that a warning for RVJ?
Well, I don't know. Let's get into the match. Is it actually possible for Justin to win this match? What do you guys reckon?
Oh man,
Huh?
Like,
Tell me what.
I want to see RVJ win just because he's hilarious. Like, has he just recently got on Facebook? Because he went on a comment. Like, he was commenting on everything.
He was a bit upset that even that I know that he was upset that a number of people, myself, Danny Tesh,
I think he got a little
in
bit
his
upset
division
at me as well.
I think he was. He was upset at Australia that we had so much belief in, particularly Danny Tesh, that RVJ was a little upset. But anyway, that's all right. That's coming. That's next year.
Next year?
I think. So
I think RVJ is gonna win. I think it's gonna be 3-1. RVJ's way. I think Justin will be able to crack his hand and maybe transition into a press, maybe bleed his bicep out a little bit. But I think ultimately RVJ will try something different. He can move around the table relatively well, and I think he'll get it in the end.
I don't know, man. Justin doesn't give up.
It'll
It'll break before he gives up.
RVJ's. Have you seen that last photo of he's doing like a posting rise?
A lot of bicep there, isn't there?
Oh, the tricep too. I was like, no, that's Photoshop. Shut up.
Well, the ace that Justin has is his wrist.
Yeah.
That has always been his go-to. The question is, can he crack the wrist of RVJ? I think that I've seen them both in the flesh. RVJ is not as big as you think he is. I expected him to look larger, but when I saw him, I thought, okay, he's workable. It's not that intimidating to come up against RVJ.
What does he walk around at? 220?
No, he's lighter than that. He's like 210. 210 walk around.
Right. Okay.
So he's not that big. He's 6'2", so he's pretty much the same height as me. And
6'2" and Danny's weight.
Yeah, so he's not that he's got a very broad hand. He hasn't got a long arm. He's got a short, stocky build in relation to the rest of the arm wrestlers in that division. And his hand strength is his thing.
Yep.
But
so he's probably built quite a bit like me.
Yeah, similar to yourself, and it just comes down to can Justin crack the wrist. I know you had an interesting opinion last time. You said that even if Justin cracks his wrist, you don't think he'll win.
It's too much shoulder, too much.
That's such a ugly
Justin
place
will
to
bleed
put him.
himself before he bleeds RVJ enough to get a continuous pin method.
I think Justin is probably very married to the idea of top roll, and I think he probably finds it difficult to transition into things. Where I think RVJ is a lot more malleable, and I think he isn't
Give me the
so. I'm a top
opportunity and
roller,
I'll
I'm a
take it.
hooker.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, let's talk about
Yeah.
RVJ's last match. Craig Touye. RVJ wins 3-2, and he just hangs on by the skin of his teeth. Now, Touye's never pulled Bishop, but like if we're clutching at straws for parallels here. But let's say Touye and Dan Mosier, very similar training partners, same sort of power.
Just won.
Yeah, and who
At
did
the Louisiana state finals.
Mosier beat?
Touye.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mosier, let's just say Mosier Touye are the same. The fact that Touye is that far from beating RVJ, to me, even though Justin's never pulled any of those three guys, I do believe that if Justin was against Dan Mosier or Touye, that he'd be in the match.
Yeah.
And it could go either way. So
I would
why
have him to
RVJ
win.
why RVJ so dominant over Justin?
Stronger hand.
In a cupping sense, not in a wrist rise sense.
Yeah. That's what matters against Justin, isn't it?
Well,
When he's doing a posting drag, full back pressure,
cupping's only enough if your pronation's complementing it as well. And so it'll become like pronation versus Justin's side pressure and back pressure.
Does he have more side pressure though? Even if he loses his hand, can he?
I can't see RVJ winning from there. I know.
I can't see him winning from there, but I can see him bleeding Justin faster. Then he's going to bleed himself.
I don't think Justin has the press.
I think what you're trying to say is RVJ's top end. There's a little bit more top end than Justin.
He's taller, eh?
Yeah, it's kind of like
Diesel to
it's kind
petrol.
of like you and me pulling. Like if I'm Justin and you're RVJ, even if I crack your wrist or keep your wrist flat off that first surge, you go, and then I'm like, oh, there's an arm that's a lot stronger than mine. Okay, so I can relate.
If you look at it that way, you go, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, like RVJ does have that stop. We've seen it.
Yeah,
against
down
Touye.
there, down there.
I'm just going to stop here and then thump.
Yeah, so
RVJ?
yeah, I have to agree. RVJ is going to win.
3-0?
But
3-1.
no, I think 3-1.
3-1.
3-1. I think
3-1?
Justin.
I think we all agree. 3-1.
3-1.
Justin will
3-1.
find a door and get through there on
The
one
first
occasion.
or second one, you might get hammered the
Yeah.
first one, go, oh, shit, no.
Yeah.
Different angle. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
found it. No.
To me, second round, Justin, after he's felt the groove. All right. What do we got next? The women's. Ooh, this is a good match.
It is actually. It's probably the most entertaining women's match.
Possible.
I really want to watch it.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
But Sarah, she's done some excellent PR with competing in the men's division and actually beating quite a few of them recently. So that's cool. The other girl, Gabriella, has been pretty quiet, but
Well,
I think it's a great
she's.
match.
I mean,
Regardless.
Gabriella Vasconcelos is. I think in women's circles, considered on a day the strongest woman on the planet.
she's won a whole bunch of WAF world champions as well, hasn't
Yes,
she?
Sort of
she's won WAF
The
world
most.
titles.
Close to.
Sarah's won
If
WAF
not-
world titles. They're both.
It's
They're
going to be a
both.
great match.
They're both in the heavyweight division of the
Yeah.
women's.
They're both like 80 kilos, right?
Well, they're both 90 kilos.
90 kilos, yeah.
But
So
they're
Sarah Backman's she's built like Danny, right?
well, they're actually
bigger
meeting at
than
80. They're actually meeting at 80 kilos.
Okay.
Which is a bit of a, I don't know why they have to do that. A bit of a controversy there that they have to do that. But I think their last WAF world title was both under 80, so that's where they're meeting. Sarah is known for just out the gate side pressure and a great top roll, where Gabby is I mean, she has it all, but she's doing it from a shorter leverage point. So she's being cornered into a supinated hook drive, bit of side pressure.
Okay, so we've got a technician versus just a monster in Sarah Backman.
Well, I would not call Gabby a monster at the same time. Like I think Gabby's stronger. I think Gabby's stronger.
Well, okay.
I'm going Gabby stronger than
So what I mean,
Sarah.
I mean, Sarah's had excellent PR recently with this match coming up. So I think the favorite is Sarah. even though Gabby is
being in the
amazing.
WAL, without a doubt, Sarah is everyone's girl.
Yeah.
That in the United States, they're all going to be backing her. She's a superstar. She lives in the USA now. They said they've kind of adopted her. She's from Sweden originally, of course. She's been in
It's
the
another strong Swede.
WWE. She's very marketable,
right,
obviously, with the long blonde hair and a great attitude on the table. They're one apiece in Supermatch history, both in Arm Wars.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry, no. Sarah won in Arm Wars.
Yeah.
5-1, right?
Yeah.
And then over in Brazil at Arnold's Classic, Gabby won 6-0.
Okay.
That was like 2013, 2014.
Now this, that's some time. And Sarah's younger,
I don't know.
she's quite a bit.
I don't want to go to there. You don't start guessing women's ages.
That's true.
Death threats.
Yeah. No, I don't know. They're both
How old do you think,
incredibly young.
Not going there.
You started it.
Yeah.
Just
So,
hoping you guys will be dumb enough to finish it.
but at the end of the day, I'm going Gabby, and I think that the reason for me going Gabby is because Sarah had a break. Gabby didn't. Simple as that.
But did you see that interview with Sarah?
I did. I enjoyed it.
She said she didn't actually have a break.
She had a break, but it was a while ago.
Yeah, she said she didn't stop training. She
Hey,
just
okay,
stopped
I just
doing
want to know.
arm
I just want to
wrestling.
know. Like, if so, the last time they faced each other was 6 years ago.
Yep.
If you had to have a super match with me 6 years from today, and you took 2 years off for the next 2 years, did nothing in the sport, and then
In
came
the
back and got
sport.
forward, and you knew I'd been training 6 years, would that not be weighing in the back of your mind, going, sugar? Ryan didn't stop at all.
Yeah,
Did she take it off from just competition and still kept training?
Yeah, she said
Or
she
did she
kept
completely-
training.
No, she completely stopped for 2 years, and then got back on the horse.
I mean, there's something to be said for rest
Yeah.
as well. It can be really, really great. But that time off competition, like how hard was she training that whole time? Like I know I train my butt off when it's between comps, and we might compete 3-4 U like 10 times a year, but
Yeah.
me like 3 or 4 times a year, and it's finish one competition, rehab, and then I'm hunting someone else. So my motivation stays really high. Without that constant competition, like how hard was she training? Like,
How long ago was it?
She rested
2013,
in 2014-15.
She's back, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's her
She's
name.
back, yeah.
That's her name. What are you trying
Oh,
to
there
say?
you go.
No, it's
She's
Rotunda
back,
now.
mate.
It's Rotunda now.
Yeah, I know. She's married, I think. But anyway, so
I mean,
what's
she's
the
gone
call?
from Backman to Rotunda? Really? Oh, man. That's...
Leave it. Leave it alone.
How much
So-
did you say she weighs?
So I'm going Gabby 3-2. Great match. Match of the night.
Match of the night, hands down.
Yeah.
What's it called? What do you say? You're
You're
saying
going
that?
3-2, 3-2.
Oh, you're going Sarah, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going Sarah.
Yeah, you can't change your vote.
Yeah. No, I'm going Sarah because I came into this thinking Sarah was
I
going to
was thinking the same. 3-2.
My mind has
To who?
kind of
Sarah
changed.
as well.
Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mind's kind of changed, but I'm gonna stick to my guns.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah, he did start to sway me.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
I was like,
uh-oh.
All right. Next match we got lightweight hammer match. Tony Katowski, Sam Harris. Old guard, new guard. I see this one as
Tony.
Tony.
It's got to be Tony.
I think Tony for sure. Tony.
Yeah. I think Tony, just for the fact that, his videos are hilarious. Like, you think, fam, you think you've got the title? Like, you really think that? Oh, man. The best. I mean, I want him to lose just so I can get another video. But I think Tony's going to win.
Yeah.
Sam seems great, but, it's an odd weight class, isn't it? Because we've got Giannis, who has never actually lost, and all had his title taken off him. So, I think Tony's going to win, and then I think Giannis has to have a crack at the hammer
I
next year.
think Giannis, Giannis will without a doubt be the first in line for a crack at the hammer, regardless of who's holding it next year. But
He's taking it.
but
he's
but
taking it.
Katowski, last time we saw him in the lightweight division, he was holding up 2 hammers, left and right, standing on the table, looking dominant too. So I think it's his to take. I think he's coming back.
Yep.
He's the biggest guy in the 165 division without a doubt. His shoulders, his biceps, everything about the man looks solid.
And that top roll, I mean, it's going to be top roll on top roll, isn't it? Or do you think Tony's
Tony
gonna
can go
to a
anywhere.
hook?
Tony's happy for the match to end up anywhere.
Well, he was with Denny in a hook, wasn't he?
No.
He took Danny's wrist, and
20 minutes?
Danny ended up flop
Oh, that's
pressing
right.
him.
Yes.
Which
It's not exactly a flop. When Danny gets in it's just like the blade of his hand. It's just this dead wrist angle that
That's something about it.
it makes my elbow makes my elbow sore just thinking about it.
Yeah. But Sam
The
Harris,
wrist was gone.
Sam Harris is a low hand top roller. That's his only ace. He's not going into a hook against Tony. He's not doing anything else but attempting to take Tony's wrist. And can it be done? I feel like there's a very small avenue for him.
I hate to say it, and I do like Sam, but I think he is the roof before the ceiling. The ceiling before the roof of the potential of, we've got
He's a
Tony,
roofer too.
Giannis. Yeah. He's a roofer too, yeah, that's right.
He's going to crucify you on that.
Unintentional dad joke, sorry Sam. Yeah, I honestly think like if everyone was in contention with the best middleweights, I think he's fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth.
Yeah.
Third on a good day.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's...
Yeah.
So really, you've got Tony, you've got Giannis. Let's face it, Justin Bishop can be a lightweight if he wants to. And then Sam, really. So, yeah, 3-0.
3-0.
3-0.
Tony.
3-1.
3-1. Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
just like RVJ and Justin. It's the same.
This is
It's the same match, just in the lightweight.
I see it, but I disagree. I think that the gap between Katowski and Sam in that general power is bigger than it is on RVJ and Justin.
And you need to remember, he's so angry.
You're going to get hammered.
So
Tony's going to come hunting you.
Oh, I know.
All right. Let's get off Mr. Katowski.
Sorry, Tony.
All right.
No, he's not.
And then, so we've done this in reverse order of what will probably happen, but this next match is probably one of the most entertaining matches possible. Devin Laird, the poster boy of WAL against... They're calling him Jack Jesus. They're calling him like the animal. Like this man, Wagner Bortoletto. How do you describe him? He's off the chain.
He is an animal. Like
Big. He's huge.
Yeah, he's like
He's very
Bigfoot
strong.
of the arm wrestling world.
Yeah.
He's just that beast that you never see. That's just in the background. You're like, what the hell's that? Where you camping? He's that dude with his big hairy shoulders and
so Devin Laird is a guy who is known for catching and squeezing the life out of people. Where Wagner's the polar opposite. He will hit, thrash, change vectors, hit 3 times, change vectors, hit again, hit again, hit again. I think he's Matt Mask times 10 when it comes to the ability to change a vector and hit.
It's like a crocodile versus like anaconda. Oh, that's some really bad metaphors I'm coming up with today. Man. Anyway, I think Wagner, there's too much life for Devin to squeeze. He's going to run out of squeeze.
Yep. What do you think, Tom?
This anaconda don't.
Oh, no, I'm saying squeeze. Anyway, you get the point.
I think I like Devin way too much to go against him.
Yeah. You got a bit of heartstrings being pulled in this one.
Yeah, it's... But
So I was gonna
he's
go
a bit
there.
of a beast.
I
So
was going to
it's
go
gonna be
there, but
Well, Wagner was largely unknown until, for a lot of people in North
2
America.
weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, everyone started saying, "Who's Devin Pulley?" But this guy's got a reputation and a resume, hasn't he?
yeah, he's won a whole bunch of WAF, and I think it was either at the 100 kilo class or the 110 kilo class. So he's now like 130 kilos or something like that now.
Yeah. Did you hear what Michael Todd had to say about this match?
No.
Michael Todd came out and said, "Look, I respect Devin Laird a lot, but Devin's never made me feel on left like Wagner made me feel. 9 months ago, he pulled Wagner, and Wagner just belted him in
Broke
every
his elbow,
direction
didn't he?
possible."
Michael actually
No,
did he
that,
fracture something?
that
Well, that
was a
was
few years ago.
that was
That
10
was a
years
few
ago.
years ago. Okay.
Wagner broke Michael's left arm,
Yeah.
but then Michael had another super match with him just 9 months ago, and Wagner was
him.
just in a total different league. Michael couldn't do anything.
Is it just me, or has Michael Todd broken a lot of bones?
He
Way
definitely has.
more than
He'll
like-
give you the resume later.
Yeah, and I've heard it. But Devin's been pulling just as long, or just about as long. There's no broken bones or.
I don't know
that
what
we
it
know
is.
about.
I think it's. I think what
Yeah, he
Michael's.
knows about.
I think what Michael's referring to is like scans that suggest
fracture.
What do you call it?
Stress
Stress fractures that have re-healed or something. I don't know. It's definitely not humerus snaps.
Yeah.
I mean, elbow
just 30,
snaps.
just
Oh, man.
I think the number's more closer to 70 something that is quoted. But anyway.
What?
Yeah. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Devin Wagner.
3-2.
Who? You can't change.
Devin, 3-2.
I'm going 3-1 Wagner.
I was going to go 3-1 Wagner too.
Yeah. And I think it's going to go down in history as the greatest celebration that's ever happened.
The table may get ripped apart.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to do that last.
Yeah.
Because that table, well,
I won't be there. Who are you going, Tom?
Bring a spare WAL.
Ooh.
I don't even want to call this one. Oh, I'm going to go Devin.
You go, Devin?
I think
Describe this match for me. I want to
Wagner,
hear it.
even Wagner, even though he's beat Michael Todd, right?
Yeah.
But it might be just the style. His style, his hit is different to the other guys. Devin, man, he's all over there. He knows everything.
But the problem with Wagner, and here's why you're going to change your mind, is that Wagner is not a one-trick pony. He doesn't have one cannon coming at you.
And he's
Not like
left-hand
Matt
dominant.
Mask, who's just got a big top roll hit.
Yeah.
Wagner has a big top roll. He's got a big hook and a big press, and he'll transition between those three with ferocity, like you've seen him throwing around cable machines.
A whole lap pull downs across
The
the
instant,
gym.
if he goes for a top roll, the instant Devin stops it, he's just going to go, just like hammer. And then if that doesn't work, he'll be back to the top roll. He'll be back to the press. Like, it'll.
Yeah, all right.
Don't let me change your mind. I just.
Wagner's also lefty to begin with.
Like
Where
Donald.
Devin, he
The one-
says he's injured his right, so he can, when you injure your right hand, your left arm goes up, and same with the opposite.
The one thing that Devin clearly has is experience in the WAL. And he will bring all of that out.
I don't think it matters against Wagner.
Because Wagner, poor Bart's going to stand there. Like, if Devin starts creeping in on him, Wagner's going to start, like, just.
Look, he needs to have one of those riot shields.
With a little screen and go, go.
And back up. Like, just video ref the whole thing. Just stuff it. Just let him.
I don't know how Wagner will handle having someone take so much or attempt to take so much off him before the go. Like, will he explode or what? Like, I don't know.
So, Tom, your call.
3-2.
3-2 Devin?
And I'm voodooing it.
Yeah.
Making sure that it happens.
All right, ladies and gents, that has it. WAL 5 or 6, very close. We've got a few split decisions here tonight, but it's going to be a good event either way. So I think it's going to be probably the most entertaining WAL card for the year. And, and then me and you next year, Justin. Go get that hammer, brother.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, guys.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys.
Yeah, no worries.
It's been
Let's
good.
do it again soon.
Definitely.
Yes, that's a man!